Right now at 5, Ascension Health System gives an update on their response to a ransomware attack.
And we've got ourselves a bit of a calm start this morning. Could have a few showers here and there. We'll have a look at that forecast. Get you out the door coming up.
Plus, an Interstate 44 project could bring big changes to Webb City, along with some big financial concerns.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5 a.m. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. So we had a few scattered showers and storms yesterday.
Yes.
Wasn't too bad, thankfully.
No,
unfortunately, near Branson, they had a tornado touchdown.
I did see that on
near the golf course.
Yes.
Yeah, some folks out golfing, seeing some, taking some video of that.
Yes,
so
wow.
Thankfully, we did not see anything like that here, nor are we likely to for at least a while.
Yes.
Fortunately, it is still severe weather season, though.
Yes,
that's going to stick around for a hot minute. But today, not bad. Showers is what we're looking at for some of us.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, it's Tuesday,
Not
too.
too bad.
It
is
is
Tuesday.
I woke up, I actually was hoping it was Wednesday, but it was only Tuesday. Let's take a quick look outside with our camera on top of the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin. And we've got clouds out there. There's some patchy fog, but nothing significant at this point showing up in our area. MoDOT camera, 20th and Range Line, looking back to the north, looking fairly good so far as well. Skywatch Storm Tracker is clear. We had a couple of stray showers out there, and there's some sprinkles. And of course, sprinkles are not going to show up on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, but you can see we're on the backside of this low pressure system that is now centered just to our north and east, and that's why we could see a few additional isolated showers out there as we head through the afternoon today. All right, look at temperatures rather. 59 Yates Center, 58 Iola. Some of the cooler spots. We've got mid-50s, Cassville checking in as the cool, well, no, I apologize. Monette and Cassville, both at 55. So we've got a smattering of temperatures from the mid-50s to the low 60s. Kids getting on the bus this morning, about 59. Again, some showers. Not everybody will see showers. West breeze around 3 to 6 miles an hour. That's oddly specific, I know, but the winds aren't really going to be blowing that much until later today. 70 when the bus brings them home. Partly cloudy skies, a few isolated showers. Northwest winds 5 to 15, gusting to 20. And that's, again, going to be the case for us. A few isolated showers will be possible, maybe a rumble of thunder. This is going to be mainly along and to the east of the US 69 corridor. If you are west of that, you are going to be mostly clear to partly cloudy and otherwise dry. Highs today, upper 60s and low 70s once again. Warm weather is on the way. More thunderstorm chances also on the way. And we'll break down all those details in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
Chris, thanks. McDonald County, Missouri authorities yesterday discovered the bodies of 2 people who are believed to have crashed their car Saturday morning. Deputies responded early Saturday morning to reports of a crash in Ginger Blue. They searched the area but didn't find anything. Then around noon yesterday, someone found a car covered by debris off the road on Missouri 59. Missouri State Highway Patrol troopers say the bodies of 25-year-old Dane Paulson and 27-year-old Heavenly Williams, both of Anderson, Missouri, were found in the car. The Highway Patrol's major crash investigation unit is still working the case. The Walmart Supercenter on Joplin's 15th Street has reopened after a gas leak forced the evacuation of the building yesterday afternoon. The fire department responded to a 911 call around 12:30 after people in the store began showing medical symptoms. Authorities evacuated the building of all employees and shoppers. Fire crews treated 5 people at the scene and 4 people were taken by ambulance to the hospital. Investigators believe the gas leak was related to the installation of a new oven in the bakery section. The store reopened around 2:30 yesterday afternoon after the gas levels were determined to be safe. We're learning more about the recent ransomware attack targeting Ascension Health System. Ascension said yesterday it worked around the clock with the support of cybersecurity experts over the weekend to respond to the attack. Ascension says they're making progress, but it will take time to return to normal operations. They add all Ascension Via Christi hospitals, physician offices, and care sites across Kansas remain open and operational. However, patients may encounter longer than usual wait times and some delays. Ascension is posting updates online through about.ascension.org. Bourbon County, Kansas residents will head to the polls today for a special election regarding a new sales tax. The county wants to adopt a 1/4 cent retail sales tax for 5 years. They say the money raised would help establish and operate a new emergency department in the county following the closure of Ascension Via Christi's ER in Fort Scott. If approved, the tax would take effect on October 1st. The city administrator of Webb City believes Project Forward 44 will cost Jasper County potential interstate funding. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
Forward 44 aims to improve Interstate 44 through a series of projects widening the interstate, bridge improvements, and replacements. One project plans $31.4 million for roadway improvements near the Fidelity interchange.
But when it was originally planned.
However, Webb City City Administrator Carl Francis says this project will cost Jasper County potential interstate funding for Freeway 249.
I think that Jasper County is about to miss out on the future possibility of interstate highway inside Jasper County. 18 miles worth of interstate highway in Jasper County will never be turned interstate, because if they leave 49 on I-44, that's the end of it.
Francis says Freeway 249 should be considered an interstate so Jasper County can receive more funding and reduce the flow of traffic near the Fidelity interchange.
The main thing is it also would reduce the amount of traffic having to make the turn at Fidelity, which would reduce the accidents.
Even if Forward 44 achieves its goals, Francis believes the chance for Freeway 249 to be re-signed as an interstate is low. Do you think they'll ever eventually get to that?
Why would they? It's a lot of money. They're going to spend. They're going to spend $200 million redoing I-44 and Fidelity. You could do this for less.
Reporting in Jasper County, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
KOAM reached out to Representative Cody Smith for a statement, but we have not yet received a response. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes, coming up on the KOAM Morning News. A Crowder Rough Rider is named the Region 16 Baseball Player of the Year. Plus, Britain's King Charles passes a prestigious military title to his eldest son. And morning rain chances return. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. We're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
From the farmer to the DIY, advancing your piece of paradise, Heritage Tractor is here for you.
The 2024 season ends this past weekend for Pittsburg State softball, but one gorilla gets some major recognition yesterday. The same is true for Crowder College baseball, whose season continues this week in the South Central District Tournament. Pittsburg State outfielder Heather Arnett is named the Central Region Player of the Year by the Division II Conference Commissioners Association. PSU sophomore adds this to a lengthy list of accolades, including MIAA Co-Player of the Year and Gold Glove winner. Arnett set school records for hits, runs scored, and stolen bases in a season this year, while leading the Gorillas to a 53-8 record. Elsewhere, Crowder College outfielder Colton Reynolds is named the Region 16 Player of the Year. This comes after the Rough Riders won the Region 16 tournament and punched their ticket to the South Central District Tournament. Reynolds is hitting just under .375 this season with 10 home runs and 67 runs batted in. Well, it's regional playoff time for high school softball in Southeast Kansas. 4 quarterfinal matchups took place yesterday at Riverton High School. The top seed in this region is Frontenac. The Lady Raiders have no problem in their quarterfinal game against Galena. They win 15-0 after just 3 innings. Meanwhile, Baxter Springs wins 4-3 over Cherryvale on a walk-off single in extra innings from Chesney Billings. The Raiders and Lions will play each other in the semifinals on Wednesday afternoon. Elsewhere in that regional, the host team Riverton gets a big upset in its quarterfinal. The Lady Rams take down 3-seed Caney Valley 5-2. will be facing Columbus in the tournament semifinals on Wednesday. Lady Titans beat Girard 10-0 in a game that goes final after just 5 innings. The playoffs are in full swing for high school baseball in Missouri as well. In the Class 4 District 11 semifinals, Aurora takes down the 1-seed Monette in a marathon game. The Hound Dogs score 6 runs in the 10th inning to earn a spot in the district championship. The Hound Dogs will face Mount Vernon in the district title game this evening. Mountaineers shut out Seneca 4-0 in the semifinals last night to move on to the finals. Moving over to pro football, the Chiefs will begin their quest for a 3rd consecutive Lombardi Trophy in the first game of the 2024 NFL season. The back-to-back Super Bowl champs will host the Ravens at Arrowhead on Thursday, September 5th. This will be a rematch of last season's AFC Championship game, which Kansas City won 17-10 in Baltimore. Over to the NBA playoffs, the Thunder try to even up their series against the Mavericks at 2 games apiece last night. In order to do that, they have to win in hostile territory. Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals last night in Dallas, the Thunder were in trouble at the second half, but they hold on just enough to win this one 100-96. Well, still to come, we're going to see why experts are watching a new COVID-19 variant that could threaten to drive a summer surge. Plus, we'll have another check of your forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
Greg Kelly, Vice President of Operations with Phoenix.
Spin on the Wheel of Fortune.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News 516. Now on this Tuesday morning, we're taking a live look outside from our camera on top of the Cornell Complex downtown Joplin. You can see the clouds out there. We got a bit of a cloudy start to the day, but we'll see some clearing as we head through the morning into the afternoon. MoDOT camera 20th in range line in Joplin, looking pretty good so far. And same from the MoDOT camera down in Neosho, looking back to the west. Again, a bit cloudy out there. And nothing on the Skywatch Storm Tracker at this point. A couple of stray showers, parts of Cherokee County, southern Cherokee County, maybe a stray shower up by Carthage. That's about it. And there are some sprinkles here and there, a little bit of drizzle, but that, of course, will not show up on the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We do have that possibility of some strong storms as we head through the week. Now, for today, some isolated thunderstorms will be possible. It's what we were talking about. We've got those isolated showers, a rumble of thunder or two will be possible. We do have a low-end risk for some strong to low-grade severe thunderstorms tomorrow, mainly in the southeastern Kansas, and this is going to be primarily for wind and hail. And then we'll have that threat also on Thursday, but into our northeastern counties. As for tomorrow and Thursday, both of these risks are going to be late evening and overnight risks for stronger storms. Right now on the future track, here we go. So again, primarily along into the east of the 69 corridor is where we're expecting the better opportunities for isolated showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms out there. If you are west of that, as you can see, Yates Center, Chanute, Fredonia, Parsons, Coffeyville, Bartlesville, you got clearer skies out there. You're going to see a little more sunshine. So again, the further west you are, the warmer you're going to be because most of the cloud cover, most of the shower activity will be confined off to the east. So you guys out here are going to be pushing close to 80 degrees because you're going to get a little more sunshine. But if you are from this point and east, you're going to be a little cooler because of the clouds and the isolated showers. Those will clear out. We go into our Wednesday. We're going to be mostly clear to partly cloudy out there. A couple of stray showers possible during the daytime Wednesday. I think most of us are going to remain dry, and it won't be until Wednesday evening and overnight that we start to see another round of thunderstorms. So here we are at 10 o'clock, and that's where, again, that threat for some stronger storms comes in, is late tomorrow night into the very early morning hours on Thursday, and then we'll see that risk continue once again, return Thursday evening across the area. Quick look at currents. Cloudy skies in Joplin, 60, west breeze at about 5 miles an hour out there. Temperatures around the region, we've got a mixed bag. We've got mid-upper 50s into the low 60s across the area. Cassville, one of the cooler spots along with Monette, both at 55. We got our morning underway. Again, an isolated shower or two, otherwise mostly cloudy, about 66 by 11 o'clock this morning. Again, out west, you're going to be warmer. The rest of us, we're looking at low 70s for highs out there. Upper 70s tomorrow, mostly cloudy. And then we'll see those thunderstorms late night into Thursday and again on Friday, hanging out in the mid-70s. Our weekend, at least up to this point, still looking good into the low to mid-80s and dry. And then we'll hang out in the low 80s next week with more thunderstorm chances next week as well. That's Check Your Forecast. We're back with Health Watch right after this.
Start your weekend at Indigo Sky Casino. Fridays in May from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Play for your chance to win.
Paint at a price you wouldn't. Get a gallon starting at $36.48 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Topping Health Watch this morning. Experts are watching a new COVID-19 variant that could threaten to drive a summer surge. KP.2 is now the leading variant in the U.S. In mid-March, it made up just 1% of cases, but now it makes up over a quarter of them. Early lab tests suggest that the variant might be better at evading our immune defenses and could be slightly more infectious than previous variants. That's why researchers are closely watching whether the variant will drive a summer spike in infections. COVID cases don't appear to be on the rise right now, but experts said it would take several weeks to see if this variant does lead to a sharp increase in cases. U.S. lawmakers plan to introduce a bill Thursday that aims to limit the amount of heavy metals found in baby food. It would be accomplished through stronger regulation and enforcement by the Food and Drug Administration. Multiple reports in recent years have detailed concerning levels of the contaminants in food made for babies and toddlers. The FDA has only set limits for heavy metals in only 2 baby foods, infant rice cereal and juice. The bill would direct the agency to develop maximum allowable limits for toxic heavy metals found in baby food more broadly. It would also set standards for testing of the final food products. The FDA would also have more authority to monitor these standards through access to the records of food suppliers and manufacturers. Well, a new study from China shows maintaining a healthy lifestyle can reduce your chances of dying early, even if your genetic makeup puts you more at risk. Researchers say they found a healthy lifestyle reduced a person's risk of dying early by 62%. Many previous studies have shown the connection between a healthy lifestyle and longevity, while others have underscored the genetic factors that can impact a person's lifespan. However, Monday's report shows how lifestyle and genetics come together. Researchers examined the genetics, education, socioeconomic status, and disease history of 350,000 people for the landmark study. An estimated 2 in 5 adults have obesity in the U.S., according to the CDC. But new weight loss drugs are changing the lives of many who struggle with weight and the chronic conditions that go along with it. However, experts say these medications aren't for everyone. Mandy Gaither has 5 facts about these new drugs that everyone should know.
The demand is skyrocketing. About 1 in 8 U.S. adults have used medications like Ozempic and Wegovy, according to a recent survey, and the drugs aren't just aiding in weight management.
We see them helping with blood sugar control and diabetes. We see benefits in heart disease, and likely to see more to come.
Dr. Scott Butch is director of obesity medicine at Cleveland Clinic. He says the first thing to know about these new weight loss drugs is that they're not for everyone. Right now, the medications are approved to treat people with obesity, not those trying to shed a few pounds. Second, the drug should only be acquired through an experienced, trained medical professional. Third, this class of drugs called GLP-1 may lead to more pregnancies because of how they work. And since there's not enough research on the effect this medication may have on a pregnancy, patients should stop taking the drugs at least 2 months before trying to get pregnant. Next, there are potential side effects. Butch says that includes nausea, vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, and fatigue. Finally, Butch says insurance doesn't cover the medication for weight loss.
Bias exists around obesity that affects both the reasons why insurance companies are not covering anti-obesity medications like these, as well as why certain implementation of obesity treatments, like seeing a dietitian, for example, isn't covered by most insurance companies.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The FDA has also warned consumers about potentially dangerous counterfeit versions of these new weight loss drugs. Another reason to only get them from a trained medical professional. That's a look at some of today's top health stories. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
And we've got ourselves a cloudy start to the day across the area. A few showers possible, mainly along and to the east of the 69 corridor. We'll have another look at your forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
Right now at 5:30, some Pittsburgh residents got a lesson on the history of America's first ladies.
We've got a cloudy start for us across the area, some drizzle as well. We'll take a look at that forecast to get you out the door coming up.
Plus, cars by the dozen line up for drive-through services at a new fast food franchise in Joplin.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5:29. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. So yesterday, of course, we had some scattered showers and storms. Today, got a few showers, maybe a storm, but even better news, it's Tuesday.
Yes, it is. It's not Monday anymore.
Exactly.
So it's good
news.
Is
no longer Monday, so we're already on our way to Friday.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a stormy, soggy week.
Right.
But the weekend looks great. We'll talk about that a little later. Let's start with a look outside from the MoDOT camera at 20th and Range Line in Joplin. It is looking back to the north, the long range line, and it is looking pretty good so far. Quick check of the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We're starting to see a couple additional isolated showers out there. It's what these little green dots are. There's also some drizzle in some locations. I ran into some drizzle between here and here, but of course that will not show up on the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We had some heavier showers, at least more detectable showers earlier this morning. Those have since fizzled out, but you see the spin. We're on the backside of a low pressure system that's now off to our north and east, and that's why you also can see where these showers are kind of cutting off. We're almost right along into the east of the 69 corridor is going to be our better chances for some scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two today. Temperatures around the area, a good smattering from the mid to upper 50s all the way into the low 60s out there. Monette and Cassville, still the cool spots, both of them at 55. Kids getting on the bus, a few isolated showers. And like I said, if you're west of 69, a little further west of 69, you're probably going to be relatively dry today. But some of us, a few showers, about 59, west wind around 3 to 6 miles an hour. And then when that bus brings them home, winds pick up. Again, a few isolated showers east of 69, 70, northwest breeze 5 to 15, gusts to 20. Now, I also want to remind folks, if you're west of where the showers are, across most of southeastern Kansas out there, you're going to see more sunshine today too. And you're going to be a little warmer. So highs out to the west, Fredonia, Yates Center, Coffeyville, Independence, maybe even as far east up to Parsons. You're going to be into the upper 70s near 80. The rest of us are going to top out in the low 70s today with some of those isolated showers out there with otherwise partly cloudy skies. We do have more thunderstorm chances on the way. They'll start arriving by tomorrow evening. We'll take a look at all the details in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, we'll check in with you soon, Chris. Well, some Pittsburgh residents got a lesson on the history of America's first ladies. Author and Pittsburgh native Diana Bartelli Carlin helped write the book, Remember the First Ladies, The Legacies of America's History Making Women. Yesterday, she came to the Pittsburgh Public Library to sign copies of the book and give a presentation about the information it holds.
Public Library, and if you are interested in the first ladies, because who wouldn't be, you can learn more about sometimes a hidden part of history, and I think Diana has done a wonderful job of bringing that kind of the hidden part of American history to light in discussing the first ladies, because they have had a tremendous impact on our history and our culture.
Carlin has taught courses on first ladies at 3 universities, including St. Louis University and the University of Kansas. The city of Joplin plans a test of its emergency sirens Wednesday at 10 a.m. No critical weather is forecast at that time, and this is just a procedural step following minor maintenance work completed on the outdoor emergency siren system. The city of Joplin received praise yesterday for its bookkeeping. The city has been awarded the Government Finance Officers Association Certificate of Achievement in Excellence in Financial Reporting. This means the city received the highest and best opinion on audit and earned award for excellence in financial reporting. This marks something of a trend for the city as it's received this honor for 33 consecutive years. The chapter of 100 Women Who Care of Jasper and Newton counties yesterday made with a donation of $4,200 to the Medical Loan Closet in Joplin. Medical Loan Closet takes in new and or used medical equipment and supplies, then loans or gives them to people in need.
You know what? They serve those people that have needs and not maybe the funds, or maybe they just need temporary medical supplies, whether it be a knee wheelchair, or just any kind of supplies that they need for a medical situation.
The organization says the donation will pay for 4 months of rent for their warehouse. Freeman Health System yesterday kicked off their celebration of Hospital Week with an all-staff barbecue. Hospital Week is a national celebration in recognition of the 5,000 hospitals, healthcare systems, networks, and others who provide care to their community.
For myself, it's being able to give back to people. I'm a giver, so just being able to see the smiles when they come through saying thank you, that's all I need. So it's fun. I enjoy it. I've been here 18 years and getting to see what I was a baby when I started, and now I feel like the mom, and getting to see all the young kids come through, it fills my heart.
Freeman Health employs more than 300 physicians on staff, representing more than 60 specialties. Well, if you've been waiting for Whataburger in Joplin to open, it appears you weren't alone. The burger chain opened their drive-thru yesterday at 11 a.m. with the first 100 in line getting prizes of Whataburger swag. And what a line. As you can see from our drone footage, the line for the drive-thru was considerable. What a wait, wonder why. Tell us Whataburger, what do you think?
I think it's our product more than anything. We have a great experience at our restaurants. We have fresh product customized however you want it.
Dining room and curbside service will follow in a couple of weeks. And there is a Whataburger opening soon in Webb City as well. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Most of Minnesota remains under an air quality alert due to wildfire smoke from Canada. Plus, Russian troops are escalating their attacks on Ukrainian border cities. We'll have the latest. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
Proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Topping World Watch, Britain's King Charles passes a prestigious military title to his eldest son. Charles officially handed over the role of Colonel-in-Chief of the Army Air Corps to Prince William yesterday in front of a helicopter at the Army Aviation Center in Middle Wallop. They also met members of the Air Corps and their families, where the 75-year-old monarch praised his son and the troops. Well, most of Minnesota remains under an air quality alert due to wildfire smoke from Canada. Minnesota's Pollution Control Agency issued the alert Sunday, which also includes the Twin Cities. Drone footage shows the Minneapolis skyline obscured by the haze. Officials say strong winds pushed a band of heavy smoke from Canada across the border into the U.S. They are advising people with lung or heart disease to avoid outdoor activities. Over 100 wildfires are burning in Canada, mostly in British Columbia and Alberta provinces. A volcano in Indonesia blows its top. It erupted yesterday morning in the northern Maluku province, spewing thick gray ash and dark clouds into the sky. The country's volcanology agency said the volcano on the remote island of Halmira sent the ash and smoke as high as 3 miles. A smaller eruption was also recorded on Friday, promoting officials to raise the alert level from 2 to 3, the second highest level. Local authorities have prepared evacuation tents, but so far no evacuation order has been reported. Russian troops are escalating their attacks on Ukrainian border cities, creating dangerous situations for tired troops and civilians who now must flee the expanding blasts. Ted Lindner reports on the latest.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine is intensifying. More than 2 years into the war, Russian forces are amplifying attacks across border communities in the northeast region of Ukraine, gaining land as troops advance on depleted Ukrainian soldiers.
Special attention is paid to the Kharkiv region. Defensive battles are ongoing, fierce battles on a large part of our border area. There are villages that have actually turned from a gray zone into a combat zone.
The ramped-up Russian operations are triggering mass evacuations as thousands of Ukrainian civilians rush to grab what they can and leave before becoming caught in the crossfire. Smoke rising as Russian blasts shake the ground under their feet.
Everything is on fire. I am scared for my children.
Meanwhile, crews in the Russian city of Belgrade kept working Monday to clear more than a dozen bodies and heavy debris at the site of a collapsed apartment building. Russian officials say Ukrainian shelling on Sunday was to blame.
Shock, noise, a child screaming is still in my ears. The car is gone. It was parked under the windows. Both my children, thank God, are alive.
U.S. Defense Department officials say American military aid is reaching Ukraine in the wake of the fresh attacks. This, after months of debate in Congress, kept money held up.
We're trying to really accelerate the tempo of the deliveries, and we're trying to help them dig out of that hole as rapidly as possible.
But Ukraine says there's no time to waste. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, its troops have occupied at least 9 Ukrainian villages over the course of the weekend.
That's a look at some of your biggest headlines from around the world. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 5:44 on this Tuesday morning. Some helpful advice I'm going to pass along right now. Coffee, popcorn, not a good combination, as it turns out. Really bad combination. Don't give it a try. What you do want to give a try is making sure you've still got the umbrella handy, especially if you are from, say, these counties and eastward, as we could see some isolated showers. In fact, Skywatch Storm Tracker showing a few more of those because we are on the backside of a low pressure system that's now centered off to our northeast, and that's going to be circling around and bringing us better shower chances. So we're talking Bourbon, Crawford, Cherokee, Ottawa counties, and points east throughout the day. Now, if you are west of this point, you're going to start to clear out. You're going to see mostly clear skies, and you are very likely going to have temperatures pushing close to 80 degrees. But if you are east of this point, that's why I'm saying coffee, popcorn, bad combination. If you're east of that point, not going to make it out of the low 70s. So we could have an isolated thunder shower here or there today, again, along into the east of 69. Then as we go overnight tomorrow and overnight Thursday, you got a low wind risk for some strong to low-grade severe thunderstorms. Tomorrow night, it's primarily into southeastern Kansas. By Thursday evening and overnight, it's in our far northeastern counties out there. But there is that threat. At this point, wind and hail are the primary concerns with any of the stronger storms we see. So what are we looking at? For today, again, here's the mostly cloudy skies. Here's those isolated showers, and again, maybe a thunder shower or two. But take a look out to the west of that point. See how the skies are already clear by noon? That's why out here you could reach highs into the upper 70s, whereas out to the east, we won't start to really clear out until late this evening. That's not going to give anybody in our eastern counties an opportunity to really warm up, so you're going to make about the low 70s. We'll be partly cloudy overnight tonight. Wednesday, most of the day is dry. A stray shower is possible, but I do believe most of us will remain dry. It won't be until the evening hours. We'll see a few more isolated showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms, and as we go later into the night, here we are about 10 o'clock. We've got a thunderstorm complex coming in. That's where our opportunity for some stronger storms will be as we go overnight into early Thursday morning. Then we'll see thunderstorm chances throughout the day Thursday, and those will return for us by Thursday night. We are cloudy in Joplin right now, 61, west-northwest breeze at about 6 miles an hour. Temperatures around the region are into the mid-upper 50s and low 60s. Monette, Cassville, still the cool spots, checking in at 55. We get our morning started against some of us an isolated shower, others Won't see anything today. Mostly cloudy and about 66 by 11. We're looking at highs today. Again, low 70s along into the east of 69, upper 70s west of that point, upper 70s tomorrow. Evening thunderstorms, those continue through Friday. Our weekend looking fantastic, low to mid 80s out there. And then more thunderstorm chances as we head into next week. And that's Check Your Forecast. We're back with more right after this.
Johnson, Voorhees, and
quality, compassionate, affordable care.
A Michigan high school senior has plenty of options after she graduates this spring. She's applied to 11 colleges and was accepted into each one, including 5 Ivy League schools. Peter Maxwell spoke to her about the accomplishment and her plans for the future.
Samara Saggers has always believed in reaching for the stars. The senior at Woodhaven High School is president of her class, valedictorian, and she's never given up on her dream of attending a top-tier college.
When I first got into my first one, it was like, I don't even know how to describe it. I was shocked, I was overjoyed, I was ecstatic, but most importantly, I didn't believe that it was real.
It was real and a dream come true, and not only that she got into all 11 colleges she applied to, including 5 Ivy League schools.
I got into Yale, Princeton, Harvard, Brown, and Cornell.
Holy cow. How'd you pull that off?
I don't know. I ask myself the same question every day. I don't know.
Samara knew early on where she wanted to go and already knows her major.
I've currently decided I will be attending Yale University in the fall. I'm planning on studying cognitive science or computer science and psychology, and then also getting a certificate in Spanish. And I think that I'd like to go to law school after.
I had the chance to find out how from her mother, Sherry Saggers, who raised Samara and her brother as a single mother.
I saw the potential way back in elementary school, and it followed through all the way through middle school and high school, where she just was so focused. And I nurtured that. You know, I prioritized for her education, rather than assigning her chores and things like that.
Samara Saggers' story is a reminder that with hard work, determination, and a little bit of luck, anything is possible. And she has this advice for the next graduating class.
At the end of the day, it's not necessarily about what college you go to or what your plans are after high school. No matter what, you still have the power and the ability to make a meaningful impact on society.
Saggers will officially graduate from high school next month. And speaking of graduation, a New Jersey family is celebrating a big achievement. Quintuplets all graduating on the same day from the same college. Anthony Johnson has the secret to their success.
Getting the chance to wear a cap and gown for college graduation is exceptional. But when quintuplets do it, well, that makes it extra special 5 times over for this close-knit family.
And very fast, with the headaches, of course, you know, ups and downs, but now we're here.
These parents have pulled off a minor miracle.
I don't see it as my accomplishment, but their accomplishment. I'm just sitting in the corner and wait for them to, you know, take off.
And take off they did. The 5 kids born just minutes apart on the 4th of July will be walking together for graduation from Montclair State University.
We are fortunate enough to all be graduating with diplomas and that kind of thing, and doing it with our best friends. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm your guys' best friends, but these guys are definitely my best friends. You know, so doing it all together, it's awesome.
People ask me like how to explain how it is, and I'm just saying it's like a large friend group that you can't leave.
The Pavolo kids were always close, and years and time never drove them apart. Their parents used a heavy dose of listening and understanding.
They were just like encouraging us to like go outside your shell, do stuff.
5 graduates with 5 different degrees, all getting scholarships to go to school close to home and close to each other. Victoria was the firstborn and Marcus the last.
Well, it's definitely something special, you know, to me at least. It's remarkable the fact that we're all able to do this in one ceremony.
Even while in college, they spent time eating family dinner together for conversations and helping each other grow. It was a pasta plate filled with encouragement to make it to the finish line together.
The fact that it happened all at the same time makes me super proud.
And for the Pavolo family, that togetherness is the key.
We have each other's back.
We do, definitely.
To this day.
To this day. Mm-hmm.
Quite the accomplishment. Stick around, we'll be right back.
At Midwest Hearing, we can improve your hearing.
Names with some movie and star-studded overtones topped the list once again for the most popular baby names in 2023. The Social Security Administration says for the 5th straight year, baby love reigns supreme with 2 names. It's Olivia for girls and Liam for boys. For girls, the top 5 were Olivia, Emma, Charlotte, Amelia, and Sophia. The top 5 for boys are Liam, Noah, Oliver, James, and Elijah. Mateo climbed to 6th place. Benjamin dropped off the top 10. And Kaylee, perhaps because of social media influencer Kaylee McEwen, was the top riser in girls' names. It climbed 1,692 spots. And famed weather prognosticator and groundhog Puxatawny Phil will have some extra company when he hibernates, as he and his partner are now proud parents. Phil's human handlers announcing on Mother's Day that Phil and his partner Phyllis have 2 kids born this spring. McKinley went on to say that Sunny and Shadow won't be horning in on Dad's special day, and the 2 young groundhogs will not be part of the annual festivities. As McKinley put it, quote, "There's still only one Puxatawny Phil."
That is a lot of groundhogs, and if we actually released all 4 of them, I'm kind of curious what he could potentially do to weather predictions. 4 groundhogs, 4 shadows, 50-50, split the winter difference. Just a thought. And speaking of winter, of course, none of that in our forecast, not for a while. We're settling into spring, moving on to summer here soon. Well, it could have an isolated shower or 2 this morning, again, mainly long into the east of the 69 corridor. Temperatures about the mid-60s by 11, mostly cloudy skies. Now, again, out west of the 69 corridor, further west, highs today upper 70s. Everybody else about the low 70s, isolated showers, maybe a thunder shower out there, and partly cloudy skies. As we head into the evening, partly cloudy skies continue, and we'll be back down to about 60 for our overnight low. Scattered thunderstorms tomorrow night. Most of Wednesday is dry, partly to mostly cloudy skies, upper 70s. Thunderstorm chances move in by Wednesday late evening and overnight. They will continue Thursday into Friday. Our weekend looks fantastic. Temperatures into the low to mid 80s, so a bit warm but otherwise dry. Low 80s next week, and thunderstorm chances returning next week as well. That's Check Your Forecast. Got another hour of the KOAM Morning News coming right up.
Stream KOAM News now on the